Before the world wakes up, you rise. Not out of habit, but out of purpose. Not to run, but to rule. You don't wake up to scroll. You wake up to build. To shape the energy of the day before it shapes you. Because alpha women don't react to mornings. They own them. This is not just another routine. This is a ritual. Your mornings aren't noise. They are strategy. They are silence that speaks louder than words. Stillness that radiates strength. And movement that rewrites the tempo of your life. While the world hits snooze, you're sharpening your mind. While others reach for their phones, you reach inward. Because you know, the first 20 minutes after you rise are random, they're sacred. They decide the direction of everything. You weren't born to blend into a schedule. You were born to sit on a throne built from your habits. And this is where the crown gets polished. No chaos. No chasing. No comparison. Only clarity. Only intention. Only alpha command. So take a breath. Lock in. Because we're about to walk through the rituals of a woman who doesn't beg, doesn't break, and never backs down. This isn't how she survives the day. This is how she conquers it. The alpha woman doesn't wake up to chaos. She doesn't start her day by checking notifications, diving into drama, or letting the world in before she's fully claimed her own energy. She wakes in silence. Because silence is where power lives. No phone. No noise. Just breath, stillness, and full control. While the world grabs for distractions, she reaches inward. Because her power isn't online. It's internal. The first moment she opens her eyes, she doesn't ask, "What do I have to do today?" She commands, "How do I want to feel? Who do I choose to be?" She breathes in clarity, exhales doubt, and lets her nervous system know. Today, we move with poise, not panic. No alarm dictates her mood. No app tells her what matters. She builds her own frequency before stepping into the world. She lays in stillness for a few sacred moments, listening to the hum of her own heartbeat, remembering that she is the leader of her life. She visualizes her day like a queen scanning her kingdom. Not rushing, but aligning. What will I conquer? What will I protect? What will I no longer entertain? She doesn't wait for the day to define her. She defines it. She sets her emotional climate before the world can. She is the calm before the storm. The woman who doesn't need noise to feel awake. She needs intention. And in that quiet power, she finds something louder than motivation. I am the calm before the storm. I own the morning before the world opens its eyes. My energy writes the rules. An alpha woman does not wake into clutter. She wakes into intention. Because her space is not random. It's sacred. The moment her feet touch the floor, she steps into a world she designed. Clean. Grounded. Still. Her environment reflects her mindset. Disciplined. Elegant. Unfazed. This is not about aesthetics. This is about energy. She lights a candle, not just for scent, but to remind herself. I ignite this day on my terms. She pours tea or coffee like a ritual. Slow, present, feminine. Because how she does one thing is how she does everything. Her surroundings don't overwhelm her. They obey her. She doesn't live in chaos. She curates beauty. She controls what enters her kingdom. Sounds, smells, colors, emotions. The first thing she does? She makes her bed. Not because it's expected, but because it's the first win. A silent act of control. A whispered reminder. My life is in order because I command it to be. No messy room. No rushing. No reacting. Just calm command. She doesn't run out into the world to prove anything. Because when her inner space is protected, the outer world has no power over her. She walks through her home like it's a throne room. Not just a place she lives in, but a space that responds to her presence. This is sacred ground. Every object, every sound, every breath curated. Not because she's fragile, but because she's powerful. I don't enter the world enters me. She knows the mind is a battlefield. And the first thoughts of the day? They're not random. They're weapons. That's why an alpha woman doesn't scroll the moment she opens her eyes. She doesn't wake up and hand her mind to the internet. No likes, no headlines, no noise. Because she understands. If you don't program your mind, the world will infect it. Instead of reaching for chaos, she reaches for clarity. She writes. She reflects. She downloads thoughts before the world has a chance to upload noise. A journal in one hand, truth in the other. She carves her values into the page, not her fears. She reminds herself what she believes before anyone else tells her what to think. This isn't a morning habit. This is mental armor. Reading a single line that sparks power. Writing down the things she's grateful for. Declaring who she is out loud, before the world tries to convince her otherwise. She speaks life over herself. In a world that profits off her insecurity, she doesn't feed on fear. She feeds on truth, on strength, on direction. Because she knows, a mind fed with intention becomes a life shaped with power. No algorithm defines her confidence. No screen tells her what beauty is. She fills herself from within, so no one can drain her from the outside. What I feed my mind, I become. And I choose power. An alpha woman doesn't wait for motivation. She builds momentum. She doesn't rise for comfort. She rises for control. Because movement is not about fitness. It's about frequency. She walks before the world pulls her. She stretches before the tension arrived. She dances not for performance, but to awaken what's hers. Presence, poise, and power. This isn't a workout. It's a warrior warm-up. A silent ritual of readiness. Barefoot on the ground. Because she wants the earth to remember her steps. Sun on her skin. Because she lets light be her first win of the day. Cold water on her body. Not to suffer, but to sharpen. She doesn't fear the shock. She becomes it. Others say, that's too much. She says, that's the point. Discipline isn't her punishment. It's her luxury. The rare scent only royalty wears. Because every drop of sweat, every deep breath, every second of discomfort is a whisper from her higher self. You're not like them. You lead. She doesn't wait to feel powerful. She moves powerfully. And the feelings catch up. This is why the world can't shake her. Because she already faced the storm. In silence. In sweat. In stillness. She doesn't hope the day treats her kindly. She moves like it already belongs to her. Discipline is my luxury. I wear it daily. I move and the world follows. An alpha woman doesn't dress to be seen. She dresses to be remembered. While others chase trends and validation, she aligns with energy, not expectations. Some mornings, it's black, clean, precise. Other days, it's gold, bold, loud, sovereign. She doesn't ask, will they like this? She asks, does this match my frequency today? Her confidence isn't stitched into a designer label. It's woven into intention. Minimal or magnetic, her style whispers power. She doesn't need to stand out. She just can't blend in. Because her power is in the details. The scent that trails behind her like royalty. The way her collar sits, firm and unshaken. The way she walks like she owns the air around her. It's not vanity. It's strategy. Posture like a crown. Eyes like a storm. Lips closed, but energy loud. She knows, before she even speaks, they've already felt her. Because she doesn't just walk into rooms. She shifts them. Every accessory is a symbol. Every outfit a ritual. Every fragrance a memory you won't forget. Her mirror isn't a question. It's a confirmation. She doesn't wonder, do I look good enough? She affirms, this world better be ready for me. I wear my power like perfume. They feel it before I speak. Time doesn't rule her. She rules time. While the world scrambles and reacts, she moves with intention. Like a queen whose kingdom aligns with her footsteps. She doesn't ask, do I have time? She decides. What aligns with my energy gets my time. What drains it doesn't. Her schedule isn't packed. It's precise. She doesn't glorify busyness. She glorifies clarity. There's power in how she moves, in how she protects the hours like sacred gold. Every yes is deliberate. Every no is an act of self-respect. And if something isn't aligned, she doesn't force it. She releases it. Because her peace is more expensive than any plan. Some days are slow. Some are savage. But none are wasted. Because she knows. Rest is strategy. Stillness is movement. Presence is power. She guards her mornings like a throne. And she closes her days with grace, not with guilt. When things shift, she doesn't panic. She adjusts the crown, rewrites the rhythm, and keeps walking like time works for her. Because it does. Time bends for me. I walk in rhythm with royalty. My peace is my compass, and I follow nothing else. The world is loud, but her voice is louder. Not in volume, in truth. Because an alpha woman knows the most dangerous thing you can forget is who you are. So before the world tries to name her, she speaks her identity out loud, not as a whisper, as a ritual. She doesn't repeat her fears. She repeats her truth. Daily, deliberately, she stands in front of the mirror, not to check flaws, but to remember power. I am grounded. I am not here to fit in. I am here to rise. I am not asking. I am declaring. I don't shrink. I shift. I am not someone's maybe. I am my own answer. She doesn't say affirmations like cliches. She feels them. Every word. A thread stitching her back together. Every phrase. A brick in the empire she's building. Because she's not just protecting her time, her energy, her space. She's protecting her mind from erosion. From the slow lies of society. From the old ghosts of self-doubt. From the internalized noise that whispers, "You're too much. You're not enough. Stay small." No, not today. Not ever. She replaces noise with narrative. She repeats who she is. Until the world doesn't just see it. It moves for it. I don't repeat fear. I repeat truth. Until it becomes all I know. She doesn't announce herself. She arrives. Because alpha women don't chase attention. They command presence. Before she even speaks. Her energy enters first. Sharp, silent, undeniable. Eyes focused. Chest lifted. Shoulders soft but firm. Like she's been through storms. And never kneeled. She's not dressed for them. She's dressed for the war she's already won in her mind. There's no chaos in her steps. Just certainty. No one knows what she's thinking. But everyone feels what she's carrying. Fire. Restraint. Power with volume turned down. And that's the thing about her. You'll remember her without knowing why. Because her silence doesn't hide weakness. It reveals mastery. She doesn't need to speak every truth. She just needs to walk in it. No unnecessary words. No explanations. No validation-seeking energy. She is the calm before the storm. And sometimes, the storm itself. I move with silence and leave echoes of strength. My energy speaks louder than words ever could. This isn't just a morning routine. This is a daily rebirth. A reset of energy. A reclaiming of power. You don't become alpha. You wake her up. Every single morning you rise before the noise. Dress with intention. Speak with purpose. And walk like the world answers to your energy. So play this again tomorrow. And the next day. Until this mindset becomes your muscle memory. Until silence becomes your language. Until peace becomes your power. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to lead in stillness and strike in silence. Because while they're watching the throne, you're already sitting on. I am the storm, the silence, and the strategy. This day bows to me. If this woke up something fierce inside you, drop a Volve emoji in the comments. Subscribe for more Alpha Queen energy. And play this again tomorrow like your power depends on it. Because it does. Queen, this is your day. Lead it.